The chair recognizes the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Rutherford, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Strzok, when I hear you talk about your passion for America, I believe you. I can see that passion. When you talk about your love for the FBI, I see it. I believe it. When you talked about your faith in the American electorate, I believe that. Now, what concerns me is you said that you didn't trust the election. To quote you, you didn't trust the election after Russia put their finger on the scale. Remember saying that earlier?
I don't believe that's exactly what I said, sir. I think I said something slightly different, but I recall that exchange.
Well, but that was was the meaning, right?
I don't think that was the meaning, sir. The meaning was I was very concerned that Russia was attempting to do that. I prayed.
Russia had put their finger on the scale.
I don't recall what I said specifically.
You can find it later, but I wrote it down.
Okay, I will be happy to tell you what I felt.
And what I want to ask you is, do you think that justifies, then, you, Mr. McCabe, and Lisa Page to correct that wrong that you perceived was done by the FBI?
That never happened, and that would not happen.
Let me ask you, the IG's report that I have right here, you said that political bias did not impact your professional actions. You said that earlier in this meeting as well. Now, let me give you a little background. In a text message sent on August 15th, and this has been discussed earlier, you wrote to Lisa Page, "I want to believe the path you threw out in Andy's office, that there is no way he gets elected, but I'm afraid we can't take that risk. It's like an insurance policy in the unlikely event you die before you're 40.
Yes, sir.
Certainly remember that. You've heard it a lot. The reason that, was there anyone else in that meeting?
I'm sure there was. I don't remember who.
But so you don't remember who all was it?
There were an inordinate number of meetings. We're the government. We have meetings. I don't remember for this particular meeting who was there.
Okay.
I could look at my notes.
But at least two of those people that were in that meeting with you are no longer working for the FBI, are they?
I don't know that Mr. McCabe was there.
You don't know that Mr. McCabe was in the office?
He was in the office. My recollection of that meeting is that we had a briefing to the director. Sometimes after briefings like that, the director will stay behind with his very senior staff, like the general counsel and the deputy. And if we have other matters to discuss that don't merit the importance of the director's time, we'll go down to the deputy's office and wait for him to return. So he may have been there. He may not have been there. I don't recall.
But Mr. McCabe is no longer working at the FBI. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How about Lisa Page?
She is not.
Anybody else that was in that meeting that you recall that no longer works at the FBI?
Possibly Mr. Baker, but I don't know if he was in the meeting or not.
Okay, let me ask.
Yeah, that's it. Possibly, I don't think Mr. Rubicki went down either.
Okay, let me ask, did you present the original FISA application?
No. So, sir, when I assume you were talking about the FISA application on Carter Page that
Correct.
had limited ability
Correct.
to answer questions.
Correct.
I did not.
Were you in the courtroom?
No.
Okay, and do you, and there were 3 renewals, correct?
Sir, I'm not certain. I can discuss that without divulging classified information, and I don't know that I've been given clearance by the FBI to discuss that.
Okay. Well, Mr. Rosenstein was here and admitted that he signed the 3rd renewal.
I certainly defer to his statement, sir.
And he signed that 3rd renewal, but amazingly to me, Mr. Strzok, apparently because of the information that was in that renewal, he would not admit that he actually read the document. Do you know of any falsehood, any half-truth, any misinformation that was in that 3rd renewal that would preclude him from being able to say he read it,
Sir,
and he signed it and approved it?
I have no information about the Deputy Attorney General and what he did or didn't do or why he did or did not do anything.
Okay, you've said that political bias didn't affect your work, but the FBI and DOJ were both admonished for misconduct in the prosecution of Senator Ted Stevens, right?
Sir, I
don't.
I was not involved in that investigation. I don't.
Okay,
know.
well, former Director Comey
The time
said
of the
that-
gentleman has expired. The witness can answer the question.